we have to bring him into the mansion's fold. Are y'all ready for today's topic? Are you ready, John?
I am ready, sir. I am buckled up.
All right, so let me break this down really quickly. 70% of our African-American children are born out of wedlock, right?
Sadly.
50% of the nation's prison population made up of African-American men. America is 25% of the world's population, yet it makes up 50% of the world's incarcerated. And 50% of that is African-American men. Okay? We talk about wealth calcification all the time on this show. 90% of the nation's wealth is in the hands of white folk. Wealth calcification is so damn bad that even a white high school dropout is typically worth more than a black college graduate. It's crazy. 2.6% of the nation's wealth is in the hands of black people. 2.2% of that is in the hands of baby boomers who are tied to property and real estate. Their money is not liquid like that. And they got a bunch of hanger-ons,
right?
Called children.
People that come back to your house when life don't work out.
Right. And those children are just in the back house waiting for them to die.
Yes. And you just described the city of Altadena. I know a bunch of people fit that description right there, waiting on their parents to die sitting in their house.
You understand? So it's a tough situation. So now, I said for the final Mansers episode, the final one of 2018, we got to do a mentorship show. I'm opening up the phone lines. Listen, anybody who's struggling with basic questions for living, because you know there's a difference between surviving
and existing.
And the way America has socialized men, if you don't produce,
you ain't shit.
You're not of any use. Women in your relationships be like, no, niggas.
Got to have a J-O-B.
No. You dig?
Yes, sir.
Women are telling men with resources no. Imagine what they saying to dudes with nothing.
Well, this will be very interesting because I have another take on that. But
I know you do. That's why you're here.
Thank you, sir.
The number to dial is 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. Final mansions of the year. I've got questions for Jeff Brown and Dr. Mark Williams.
I'll take doctor.
No, Jeff.
That's the only way I get it is to take it.
Gosh. Let's just start asking these questions really quickly. I'm going to rattle off a few to frame the topic. What? This is a powerful question.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Hit me with it.
This right here?
Yes, sir.
What can you control?
Woo!
Three things.
Hold on. We're going to get to you, Doc. I know. See, these kind of questions you got to ask your kids.
Oh, yes, sir.
What can you control? Gosh. Black man, how do you become a success in America without entertainment and sports?
Yeah, you can't bounce nothing, throw nothing.
Make people laugh,
make
giggle.
People laugh, yeah.
Damn.
If you can't make people look at you, fuck you.
Oh, here's another powerful question. Where do you find your inner strength? Where do you find it? How do you unlock it? How do you discover it? Oh, shit. Because there's a lot of kids out there who will make a bonehead decision because they can't answer that question. Where is my strength? My strength might come from selling dope.
Right.
Because they didn't find it inside, so they... Okay, we got real questions today.
Damn.
Here we go.
What can you control?
That's powerful, right? When is breaking the rules okay?
That's right.
That's a hard question.
That's a hard question. Especially when you've been carved in a rock to them.
Shit. Woo. This is for a lot of parents out there. This is for a lot of relationships out there. I know you in a tough relationship.
Yeah.
How do you give credit where credit is due?
How do you deal with giving credit when it ain't due? A few of them niggas in my family.
I know there's a lot of men out there who refuse to deal with fear. How do you approach the unknown, sir? Here we go. We got people in the building right now that's going to answer these questions. Jeff Brown and Mark Williams. Dr. Mark Williams. The number to dial. We want to help people on the Final Mansers show. If you have relationship issues, if you're struggling with some of these questions, how to deal with the unknown, right? Do you have a sense of feeling lost?
Yes.
Man, call me right now. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. How many men you know that have no clue
what to do
of the outcome that they actually want out of life?
Oh, shit.
They don't have no idea. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Dr. Mark Williams.
Yes.
Let me ask that question to you again. What can you control?
You can control three things: what you think, what you do, and what you say.
Here we go.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Because what happens is a lot of people, we think we can control other people. I'm guilty of that. I did it in relationships, personal relationships with women. I've done it with people that are business associates. And then I learned something the hard way. My dad said, look, you can control three things. That's it. Can't control anybody. Control yourself. What you think, what you do, and what you say. That's it. And once you control those things, then all the other things will manifest.
Yes, sir.
But if you don't understand that concept, those three arching things, then you're going to be walking around like a zombie, like I did for years, or living in someone else's shadow.
Talk to us about your zombie years, Doc.
My zombie years is a little ill because when I grew up in New Jersey, it was four of us, two brothers and a sister. So I'm the second oldest, but I'm the middle boy. And my older brother was 2 years older than me, but he was 4 grades ahead of me because he skipped 2 grades. So he graduated high school at 15.
Lord.
Went to Cornell at 15 years old.
And that pressure on you.
Then he went and got an engineering degree, MBA from Cornell, and then a law degree from University of Virginia.
Oh, my God. You're like, thanks a lot, asshole.
Oh, no, it gets worse. Then you got a sister. She graduates at 16, goes to Spelman and Georgia Tech, math and engineering degrees. Then you got another brother that graduates at 16, 17 years old, Central State, and went to Hampton University. So you got that kind of stuff going in your family. Then you got a father that's a professor for 39 years. And a mom that's a marketing executive. So the
expectation right off the top is through the roof.
We don't fuck around in this family.
Nah.
Right.
So with me, my GPA in high school 2.4, which does not reflect what the values and what my mom and dad taught us. Right. Then on top of that, my SATs were 500. So you get 200 for signing your name. Right. ACTs were under 10. So based on those credentials, based on that profile, I'm not destined to go that very far based on that. So, and there was no excuse because I grew up in this perceived good family.
Right.
And what does that really mean? Just because you grew up in a 2-parent family, you're going to be successful? That's not true. If you grow up in a 1-parent family, that means you're doomed for failure. That's not true.
Right.
So you become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Right. So my parents never put pressure on me. I put pressure on myself. I was the one comparing myself to my siblings.
Wow.
And when you do that, you have no identity now.
Wait, let's go deeper. Let's go deeper into the ills of comparison, as they can also be seeds of envy and jealousy. Let's talk deeper. Speak on that, Dr. Mark.
I think there was not a jealousy piece of it. It was more about I can do the same thing that they could do, but I think I was lazy. I didn't want to work hard. And my dad would challenge me to do things in order to get to that next level. And I was afraid of failure, right? So I never wanted to push myself. He would try to get me. I remember in 8th grade, he wanted me to recite a Dr. King poem at a literacy event. And I didn't want to do it. He was like, Mark, you can do this. And I was always resisting. I didn't want to put the hard work in. Even though they instilled that in us, I didn't want to do it. But I did it in sports. When it came to sports, I did it. But in the classroom, I refused to do it. So I don't know if it was a jealousy, envious thing. It was more of I was tired of everyone around me telling me how great my siblings were and how awful and rotten I was, because I was doing ill stuff with my cousins down the way. You know what I'm saying? In Newark and East Orange, I would get into trouble with them and come up to the suburbs and act like nothing happened.
Do you feel like you were a little entitled?
Yeah, I did, because I thought, like, I'll give you an example. I had 3 guys that I hung out with, and this particular day, we stole a school bus, right?
Y'all stole a school bus?
Stole a school bus in 9th grade.
What the?
Yeah,
you was entitled.
Bus, right?
Yeah. That's not beginning with the end in mind. I don't know how you thought that was going to wrap up.
Right. Well, it wrapped up pretty interestingly. So we stole the school bus. We went on a joyride, and none of us knew how to drive a stick.
Oh!
We crashed 33 cars.
Oh!
All right. And the person I was with was the chief of police son, the prosecutor's son, and I also was with the head of the mafia son. All right. It's a set of sons.
Clearly, you lived an entitled life.
Right. So what happens next is my dad gets a phone call from the police chief, and it's not that we got arrested. He took us to his house and called my dad and said, "Look, the guys, boys will be boys. No big deal. The insurance will take care of the cars." Those are felonies right there. What we did.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
$64,000 in damage.
If that's me and Jeff, we gone.
No. Yeah.
Oh, and what happened was I thought that was normal, that I didn't get in trouble. So my father came, and obviously I got put on punishment the rest of the summer, where he was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. The boys will be boys." And then the next week, my cousin, who lived in East Orange, he was my age, and he stole a Snickers bar from Kmart. He had to go to juvenile detention center for a year.
Damn.
Then a year later, he's shot and killed. And then that's when I realized, okay, there's a different set of rules here.
It's wealth.
Beyond that, and the sad part about it is you have a father that's socially conscious. He taught African studies and U.S. history. And here I am in this privileged environment thinking that although I can do what I want to do.
Yeah, fucking off. Yeah.
Yeah. So the point is that my life growing up is not typical. It wasn't typical. At the same time, I also had a lot thrown at me fast. And then so I got a chance to be around the consciousness, like people taking a knee. I didn't salute the flag at all since second grade. My dad didn't let us do it.
Right.
So imagine living in that environment. There's only 2 black families. Go to school with the white kids all day, listen to Bon Jovi, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Twisted Sister, and all that. Madonna. Come home to Black Power, listen to Gil Scott Heron. Last Poets.
Right.
Motown.
Right.
So you got the consciousness, but you're not making good decisions.
Wow.
Right. So,
Wow.
And I think my family or not make poor decisions because lack of confidence, fear of failure, and not sure who they are. So a lot of young brothers in the hood or wherever they live at that are walking around making mistakes after mistakes. It's not because they're bad, awful people. It's that sometimes we make mistakes. Right. And sometimes you can't come back from the mistakes because of maybe your environment. Maybe you can. I was fortunate and blessed.
Jeff Brown?
2 things come to mind. One, when you spoke of fear.
Yes.
Run from people who say this bullshit. Fear is false evidence appearing real. These are people who like the way shit sounds. They love when something sounds. Niggas love acronyms. They love. That's bullshit. Okay? Here,
niggas love acronyms.
Here is what fear truly is. Fear is when outside importance meets inside insecurity.
Say more. Go deeper.
When you are afraid of something, that means on some level it's important to you. And on another level, inside you don't think you can deal with the weight of it. That's purely wherever you're a big dog, That's outside of you. That's some bitch running at you. And you ain't got no stick. You ain't no car to jump on. It's just you and whoever pit bulled and got loose. That's fear. You have got to like
you're talking about clear and present danger.
Clear and present, yes.
Yeah.
But abstract of that. A test. Losing a loved one. Any of it. It is outside importance. Whatever it is important. I don't know too many people who are afraid of something that is personally unimportant. If you look at fear, you will find personal importance. What it is you beef up your sense of personal adequacy.
Say more.
I'm up to this. If I'm not up to this, this too shall pass. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to make it through this. That's the ball. That's the testicular fortitude you got to find.
So you're talking about resolve.
Sure. Sure. That's a yeah.
Are you? Let me ask you. Do you think resolve is sorely lacking in the African American community as it pertains to its men?
Sure. I mean,
I need us to talk about that.
I mean, blank. You can put it. Is sorely lacking, man. You can put anything you want in there.
Yeah.
Upbringing, sorely lacking. Guidance, sorely lacking. Finance, sorely lacking. Nepotistic, if there is such a term, nepotistic opportunity, sadly lacking.
But do you believe that leads to a lack of resolve?
Sure.
So give me examples. Let's into that.
Okay. My Day at home. Daquan. Daquan and Clarence are cousins.
Right.
Daquan grew up off of 133rd and Avalon. Clarence grew up in the Gura Hills.
Okay.
They both reach 18. All Daquan has seen is death and failure messages. All of those inform his hope. My man in the Gura Hills.
Interesting.
Most of what he is monoliths of excellence. This kind of car, this kind of house, these kind of people, these kind of professions. But unfortunately, he's seen the wizard's ass. He's seen the other side. He done seen the wizard's ass. So you can say all you want to about how great it is in the Gura Hills. Oh yeah, well my mama has a pill problem. Oh yeah, well my father think don't nobody know it, but he's fucking the high school wrestling coach, and them two motherfuckers is nasty. Don't nobody know.
What? And here we are.
So he's seeing the other end. Both of these inform your hope. The sad part is that one of them is fortified by society. Daquan shit is fortified by the LAPD. It's fortified by the school. It's fortified by everybody he hang around. It's fortified by the Bloods, the Crips, the news.
So wait. You're saying something that's really big here.
Oh, thank you.
You're saying black people are aspirational.
Yes.
So what I want to do is walk up to the fine line where aspiration is good and where aspiration becomes toxic. Oh, Dr. Mark?
I think that a lot of times, resolve to me is when you stick to something and you ascertain you get it. You have that stick-to-itiveness, that's something that you want. And I think like the resolve you might have might be tied into things that are materialistic. You got to get those new Jordans, so you're going to work your butt off to make sure you get those $200 pair of shoes. But at the same time, your teacher is saying that you got to hand this assignment in, and you got to make sure you do that. But yet, that's not there's no value placed on that because you sound like you're a nerd, you're corny, you're whack if you get your education. And that's how it is in some communities, not in all communities. So the resolve in terms of that false identity and understanding who you are comes in when you want to get something. You got to get those rims. You got to get that. You got to get it. And no one's teaching you about how to save and how that if you get a car and you get those items that they depreciate, Nobody talks about how to build wealth.
So Jeff.
Yes, sir.
You telling me that there's a distinction, right, between resolve and inner resolve and obstinance, stubbornness.
Sure.
Let's find that out, because sometimes people may confuse obstinance and stubbornness with aspiration. That has to get. Let's deal with that, man.
Okay. I think a lot of success is predicated upon the ability to deal with where you want to go and where you are correctly at each time. A lot of these stubborn people are, when you find that you're trying to get somewhere and you stubborn, and everybody that know what the fuck they talking about is telling you to go east, and you want to go west, it's because you're not being realistic with where you are.
Well, see, this is because people fucking misinterpreted Puffy.
Yes.
See, when Puffy says can't stop, won't stop, they take that to mean
can't turn, won't turn. Can't slow down, won't slow down.
Right.
Can't take advice, won't take advice.
You gonna let me finish?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right.
Well, don't get me in it, Pastor. I'm on the front row. Go ahead. Preach the word. Wake them damn kids up. Preach the word, preacher.
No, but they take that to mean obstinance.
Sure.
Right? Intractability. They become intractable in what they're going for. Now, the true sign of intelligence is adaptability, not intractability, not intransigence, right? So again, they'll tell you in the study of critical thinking, whenever new information is introduced that counters what you previously believed, and I'm talking about facts. I'm not talking about opinions and beliefs and speculation and all.
Right.
When fact is produced, you're supposed to recontextualize what you used to believe to be the truth.
Absolutely.
So part of being successful is constantly adding facts to your worldview and adjusting it. So now put that in context with can't stop, won't stop. Take that.
It depends who the messenger is, right?
Tell me about it then.
Right?
Let's go.
So if you got a cat like P. Diddy or Jay saying something, they're going to listen. But if a teacher is telling you something and it's something that's going to help you, they're not going to pay attention. But if it's in the form of something that they believe in, it's in the form of something that touches their spirit, their heart, their soul. And even like when Jay-Z, he talks about it, he's like, Marco said, I'll never sell 1 million records. I sold 1 million records 1 million times. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you've got cats that people are telling you that you can't do something, and then you start believing that you can't do it. You might have a mom, a sister, a cousin, like, you ain't shit. You ain't nothing. You ain't never going to be nothing because your daddy ain't shit, and your cousin ain't shit. And that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you tell a kid that, a young man that, and he's raised by women, and he got no men around him, and you tell him he ain't shit, he ain't never going to be shit, well, what's his value? What's he going to be thinking? Right. He's now going to be thinking about things that are going to inspire and empower him. His dick. That's one of the things, right? Oh, so now I get more pussy I get, the better I become. Right. Because then he looks at in the eyes of what he sees in the NBA, the NFL. He sees what he sees in the music video, and then now that becomes something that he wants to aspire to. Right. And then the women, the same thing. They think that in order to get the attention of the man, that they gotta lay down and open their legs and see how deep throat, deep how to do everything they need to do to get the man's attention without understanding that there's value in them.
Wow.
Right.
Well, it's hard to realize. That's why there's so much fucking going on. It's hard to realize that you're not winning right while you fucking. Yes. Fucking is winning. Right while I'm fucking, I know that my life is horrible, but while I'm fucking, I'm winning. That's for the woman. I done fooled this nigga into here. I done pull these Spanx off in the dark. He don't know how much of me is really in this bed, and he don't give a damn because he's in the bed with me, so he's winning. Area that's fucking looks like winning. Like, yes. Like shit looks like peanut. Like shit looks like peanut butter. Fucking look like winning.
No. fucking feels like women.
Fucking feels like women. Oh my God.
Until 9 months later.
Oh my God. Right. Or less than that.
Or being burnt.
Or burnt. Or what so many brothers and sisters don't see. Not doing, not just with the energy of fucking, but with the pomp and circumstance of fucking. The don't write, the movie right, the things you don't finish, the goals you do not achieve, because especially from the man end, being the general manager of the team. When your dick's the general manager, you are never going to make the playoffs. You're never going to make the playoffs until you fire your dick as the general manager. I don't care how much potential you got. I don't care how many points you score a night. If your dick, wow. you got a better chance. You know how you had the teams with the one fucking star and everybody else is kind of there?
Right.
If you got that team with your dick managing that team, the one star serves your dick. If that's your team, if your one thing is basketball, and that's the only star in your cap, you ain't smart, you're not business oriented, but goddamn it, nigga, you can jump out the gym, and that's your shit.
Wow.
Let your dick be the general manager, and guess what? Basketball will serve your dick.
Hopefully, in the new year, Jeff will be as profound, yet with more brevity.
Took me a while to get to the dick. But,
Jesus.
It got to the dick part. That's the truth.
It was funny the first 36 seconds.
And then this nigga just went down a gravel road. I done spilled my drink. I think the car done broke.
Listen. You're listening to The of Reasons. Special Mansions Edition. The last one of the year. Final one of the year, ladies and gentlemen. The last mansions of the year. Let me just address this real quick. Because a lot of people on the YouTube channel, man, we broadcast, Dash Radio listeners, listen to me right now. We broadcast these shows live through my YouTube channel where there are 42,000 subscribers and over nearly 7.3 million views. And so they think it's a conspiracy when the video gets choppy. And I'm saying that's Wi-Fi. That's all that is. It's Wi-Fi. Nah, man, it be like on certain spots where y'all be getting hella deep and then it drop out.
Oh, the whole show's deep.
Like, listen, man, there's no conspiracy. Yeah. It's just Wi-Fi.
Shitty Wi-Fi.
Or in this case, I call it Tri-Fi.
Well, you know what I don't think they understand, Brother Zoe. We are literally Hollywood ground zero.
Right.
Down the street, CNN. Down the street from that, KTLA. Warner Brothers.
Paramount Pictures.
Paramount Pictures, Capitol Records. All these people are fighting for the same bandwidth.
Right.
So copy over here.
Right. And that's all it is, man. It's Tri-Fi. That's all. It's not a conspiracy. It's stopping you from speaking on that truth. No, it's not the government.
No. Yeah. You mean the G-U-B-M-E-N-T?
The government. So listen, this is the Mansion series, final one of the year. It's the Mentorship show. And I wanted to do this show especially for brothers out there that are struggling. Call us right now. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. We want to know if there's anything we could do or anything we could say to you today that will help you through whatever it is you're going through right now. Brothers from all walks of life. If you're looking for some advice, if you're looking for some perspective, you can get it today. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. In studio with your brother Zoe Williams is, of course, actor, comedian, writer, director, producer, pop locker, and all-around meanderer.
Put one on him. You fuck around, I ride the bicycle in here on you.
Jeff Brown. And, of course...
Call my pop lock skills out.
marketing genius extraordinaire, Dr. Mark Williams, in the building with us right now. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it. Caller.
Yeah, what's up?
What's
What
happening,
up, man?
pimp?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm from Harlem, man. Just calling to say what's up to everybody. Wish everybody a fake happy holiday.
Harlem World.
Word.
Get your cats over the years, man.
Word. All right, that's all you call in and say was hi? You ain't got no issues?
Yeah.
You know you got issues.
Come on, man. You live in Harlem. They gentrifying your shit.
Right, come on.
I know you got something to talk
Yeah,
about.
that's why I'm moving to the Bronx.
So I go up north until they decide to come up there.
I left my old lady on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Well,
wow.
talk to us about it. Holla at us.
Yeah, we married for 19, together for 27.
All right. That's hey man, that's something to deal with now.
Yes, it
That ain't just a walk in the park.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So how you feeling? How are you processing this?
I'm kind of relieved, kind of happy, kind of sad. You know, we got 2 sons, but you know, shouldn't have fucked up for a long time. But I stuck around and raised my boys and the men. So
How old are
did
they?
that. So now it's time to cut out.
How old are your sons?
27 and 19.
Oh, shit, yeah.
24 and 19. Pardon.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, shit, yeah.
You finished with them for
Yeah.
the most part.
And they know about their mama, too. They ain't into them.
They know what it is.
Yeah, they know what it is.
Wow. So irreconcilable differences, bro?
I mean, we're supposed to be on a break for. She thinks it's gonna be for, I don't know, 2-3 months. For me, I'm gonna need like a year, man.
So you really not committed to letting it go?
I'm not really committed to getting back.
You committed to letting it rest. That's what it sounds like.
I called you a couple of, maybe about 2 months ago, and I had said that. I guess I said the biggest lie I ever told myself was telling my wife that we can work it out. And then she
Wow.
came in the house, so I like got off the phone kind of quick with y'all.
Yeah, I remember.
What kind of problems are you having, bro? I'm trying to help you out because what I smell is that your dick might not be the general manager, but it sounds like it's about to rip his sweats off. It's a 6 man. It's coming in. It's coming in the game.
Nigga, I'm about to go crazy on these hoes in this.
Please don't. I told you. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's been a long time coming, homeboy.
I know. See, I'm trying to talk to you, and your dick is like, fuck that nigga on the phone.
X gon' give it to you.
Right. I've been with you your whole life, nigga. You gonna talk to some niggas you don't even know. We finna go get these bitches. Don't listen to your dick.
Nah, got to. I was listening to my fucking my heart for so long, and that shit got me where I'm at right now.
Okay, so no heart, no dick. Let's use mine.
No, but this is a perfect example right now.
What made you decide to? Since you said you left her, what made you decide to do it all of a sudden now? Is it was something gradual or just happened?
No, it's not all of a sudden. Like I said, I want to raise my sons into men. And,
So you were never invested in her, really? Let's just deal with
I
that.
was. Yeah, I chose that woman, man.
All right then. So mention her when you talk about.
27 years, and females. It seems like females tend to like gravitate to their bum ass friends and try to think they can move like them, and I'm not having that shit. I'm fucking 47. I make $100+ a year. I'm a good looking tall nigga, so I mean, if bitch don't want to do what I say to do, it's only been so long for. All right, fine. Go do what you want to do. Go be like your fucking single ass friends that got bum niggas who are bitches that all they do is complain about their nigga. I take your ass anywhere you want to go. I give you whatever you want.
Fam.
I didn't help you finish school and get a career and all that.
Bro, he's not on the phone.
I don't like hanging out all night long.
Wait, hold on, fam.
You all right?
Hold on,
You all
fam.
right?
Hold on.
You foaming at the mouth.
Hold on, fam.
Yeah,
Shit.
a little bit. I'm about 8 drinks in, so I'm chilling right now.
I got you.
I ain't gonna work the next 2 days.
All right.
Are you smoking?
So
You
let
need to smoke
me just ask you this, fam. So underappreciated. That's because this is what I'm getting. This is what I'm getting. I'm getting the energy of underappreciation.
Yeah. Whenever somebody talk about their spouse and instead of he or she, they use you, you know they pissed. They start, and then you just going, you ain't nigga. No, it's me.
But let me deal with him real quick because I think it's easier for women to not do what we say when they are in a constant state of appreciation of us than it is for them to not do what we say and not appreciate us at the same time.
Wait a minute, say that one more again.
In other words,
I feel you. I feel you.
You understand what I'm saying? In other words,
I got you.
if they appreciate you,
Yeah.
but still disagree and not do what you say,
Yeah.
you still have the energy of appreciation of you coming from them
As a currency, yes.
as a currency. So
Yes.
you're like, oh, okay, well, you disagreed, and that's cool. You can go on out there and do what you're going to do, but I got love for you because you appreciate me. But when they stop appreciating you and compound that by not doing what you say at the same time, then it becomes problematic, correct?
Yeah.
And that's what you're dealing with right now.
Yeah.
And you think a little time away.
Until about 10:30, then I'm going to be dealing with a nice sweet tender thing up in the Bronx.
Right. And you think but you understand now, if she agreed to a separation, she might be getting a little swiping piping herself.
Yeah, and I already said, if I hear anything about you being with somebody or see you with somebody, you can just cancel us getting back together.
Okay, now stop.
Wait a minute.
That's what I want to do.
Okay, so
Come
look,
on, man.
may I?
Yes,
Okay,
Jeff.
brother. I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Just call me S.A.
Just calling BK.
Just call him S.A.
BX.
BX.
Bronx.
Okay, Boogie Down. I got a question, man.
Don't be basic, Boogie
Okay.
Down.
I'm not. Let me get this straight. You were saying that you can't wait. You got in the crosshairs of your dick scope a woman in the Bronx that's going to get took down perhaps this weekend. But if you hear, if you think, if a bird tells you that your girl is doing the exact same thing you getting out the shower to do, it's a wrap. Please explain that.
Yeah. There's nothing to explain. That's how I feel about it.
Well, wait, hold on.
No.
Fuck that.
No. We're not
Fuck
your
that.
girl, bruh.
Right. This is man
This
shit.
man shit.
You gonna get
You
called.
just asked me a question, and I'm telling you.
But look,
no, you're not.
Yeah,
No.
that shit ain't fair at all. But fuck it, that's the shit I'm on.
Oh, okay. Well, fine then. Well, fine, brother. I was sincerely hoping. I was giving you this currency.
I'm gonna not be seen, but I'm gonna do me.
Okay, you do. Okay, bruh. First, okay. Two things that I think are an issue. First off, you're 47. You're too old to say, I'ma do me or turn up. If you know turn up is an ingredient in greens, you don't get to say that. Two.
I never said turn up.
Never do. Don't. Okay. Well, I'ma do me.
Hey, bruh.
My turn.
Wait, hold on, Jeff. Hold on, Jeff. Let me. I'm gonna let you finish your thought, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
But listen, good brother. We not here to argue with you, fam. You want
trying to help.
I'm not trying to argue.
So listen, man. If you want to get some information and get some perspective and some context, you might be able to learn some shit if you just turn down the argumentative shit you got cracking. So Jeff is gonna say some shit. Now, whether you agree with it or not, that's whatever. But the least you could do is listen to the shit in stereo. Can we get that?
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
All right,
Okay.
cool, Jeff.
Now, here, bro. Here's what I'm saying. It sounds like, and I understand what you getting at. I understand. I'm a grown ass man, been married, got a wife. Get it, but bruh, letting your dick run the game at 47 is not the answer. First off,
I'm a big running game.
well, you've already given me some plans that have chiefly to do with your dick.
But wait,
So-
Jeff, can I offer you this?
Yes, sir.
In your breakdown for him,
Yes.
maybe the dick is the final. Maybe the dick is the tool he's using to try to feel some kind of appreciation.
Absolutely.
Oh, now you talking.
Oh,
So
bruh.
deal with that, Jeff.
You can help blind kids and be appreciated. What
Yes.
okay?
Okay,
I got, bruh. You ain't nobody hoe. I guarantee you, between us, the more hoish nigga is me on this phone. Oh God, don't nobody love pussy more than me. And strange pussy, wow. Everybody loves strange pussy. What I'm getting at is at 47, you got to sit back and think. And what my man said earlier, all you can choose, you can change is what you say, what you do, and what you think. When two people break up, it is never, ever, ever entirely one person's fault. And before you give your dick a way to get around, which is what basically my body was. My body was just a way for my dick to get around back in the day. Before you do this, and the only reason I'm coming at you with this kind of love, bruh, is because I'm not speaking to you from some bullshit place. I'm speaking to you from experience. The girl that you finna go put this dick on, do you think for a minute, with her being connected to her period connects her to the moon, bruh, do you think that she is not using some of this for her own gain, this desire for you to get in her pants and you don't know her? That's what I'm saying to you. I ain't saying don't fuck. I'm saying watch it.
Dr. Williams?
Yeah, man, I feel you, man. I've been there before, man. It's one of those things that you have to take a step back. And I'm 49, and I was married, and I'm the only one in my family divorced, right? And one of the things that messed me up is when I'm the one that filed for divorce. And it wasn't because of what you're describing. It was because I married the wrong person. I decided to get married because I was running somebody else's race. I decided to get married because I didn't love her. You know what I'm saying? My dad used to say, man, run your race. You run your race, you be all right. But when you start trying to live like everybody else because everyone else is married, and see what you've done, I feel you. You raise your sons, something that's admirable for us as black men. At the same time, when you feel underappreciated, you know, we do ill stuff. And I didn't ever hear you say you went out cheating. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. That's fine. I mean, that's what we do. However, but at 47,
my thing, man.
yeah. So at 47 now, one of the things that I learned was when I started getting with women, random women, and thought that this was going to, you know, ease the blow. All it did was make me more frustrated and sad because I'm laying next to a woman after I've just finished getting it in, and I can't even talk to her. I could barely look at her. She don't have that same energy, that spirit, that thing that I need, that I need. That, you know, you can fucking just leave and walk out. But then there's going to come a time, because I could tell that you're a sensitive and loving man, that you're going to want to cuddle with somebody. You're going to want to be able to sit and talk and chill, you know, after you just finish fucking and fucking again. But when you fucking new pussy, it's like it's a crapshoot. You don't know what you're getting.
Wow.
Right? At the same time, I feel you. I've been, and I'm there still now. I'm not gonna lie. I sometimes, I'm single, but I still have got to a point where I travel around this country, and sometimes I'm like, the value is I'm intelligent, right? We all have value, but sometimes you feel like you want to get somebody of the opposite sex that's going to validate you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, and there's nothing wrong with that.
So let me deal with him. With him. Now you heard from Jeff and you heard from Dr. Mark. Now it's time for Zoe.
Here we go. Bring it on home, Pastor.
You being childish.
Yeah, no shit, man.
At the end of the day, you being childish.
Yeah, I know.
You know you can't have no motherfucking unidirectional demands in a goddamn relationship.
I'm being childish, and for the first time in a long time, I'm being selfish.
You being selfish and childish.
Now,
Now watch this. Now watch this. Now watch this. No.
For the last 25 years, I was holding a family together.
Hold on, bro. You listen to everybody. You gotta listen to me now.
Yeah.
Selfish and childish. Now, what you can't forget is you're a motherfucking man antenna. And your sons are picking up your frequency.
Oh, shit. Yo, man antenna.
So the man antenna is sending out some fucking female vibes because you acting the way you're acting. Childish and female. At the end of the... But do you understand that? I mean, do you understand what I'm saying?
It's feminine to stick around for so goddamn long. That's
It's feminine to be a father? Yeah. Because that was your original reason for staying there, right? But wait a minute now.
I don't want to go through all the bullshit.
But wait a minute.
Got their lives
Wait a minute, man. Wasn't the reason you told us, you stuck around, the first thing that came out your mouth was your sons.
We didn't make it up.
We didn't make this shit up. This is what you told us.
Yeah.
Now you adding to what you said you was sticking around for. Now the bottom line is, man, you fucking sending some feminine shit and some controlling shit. What was the first question of the show? What can you control? You can't control this woman. You know why? You know why you can't control this woman?
Why?
Because you've lost control of yourself. You've lost a sense of self.
Oh.
That's what makes you unattractive to her. You think you not unattractive to her the way you are right now?
How did we get to fuck her from if she fucks somebody, it's over?
Exactly.
Please explain that. You got the floor for that. How did we get to fuck her from but I would like to hear it from you. How did you get fuck this broad break? Now remember, this is the woman you taking a break with. Fuck her to if she fuck around like I'm fucking around, if she do the exact same shit I'm doing, it's a wrap. Please put those together.
You know what Jeff is asking you to do, right?
Admit to him being fucking selfish and childish.
He's
asking
you to take inventory of your fucking weaknesses that are being fucking exacerbated through this particular situation. You're not looking at yourself. You're looking at her.
And also, I think as men, we're not taught to whenever something negative happens, we're not taught to look at ourselves. Like we'll game to her, then
now,
right? The thing is, as men, it's okay to say, women will tell each other how they feel about shit. Men, when you break up with a woman, fuck that bitch, fuck that hoe. Yo, I'm hurt. And my thing is, I have brothers I could talk to and be like, yo, I'm hurting, and I'm really frustrated. And we look at that's weakness to us as men, but it's not weak. So it's okay to say, man, I'm hurt. Works hard as a man for all these years, and I'm frustrated as fuck. What do I do?
On that subject, brother, I'm gonna share something. In my family happened that I was reduced to the fetal position for 18 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I had to put the shit together in front of my wife, but I was fucking destroyed. What would I do? Have brothers like this that I could be honest with and go, bruh, I'm afraid. Bruh, look what almost happened to me. Bruh, look at the fight I'm in. I need help with this. You know what this brother did? He turned me on to somebody who can help me with my situation. If I keep my shit in and reduce it to fuck that bitch, and it didn't start with you. This lesson started before you, and there's something in your past you need to look at before you go get with that girl and look at that shit. I don't know what it is.
Now go ahead. I'm gonna give you the floor, brother. Your final thought on this. Because we're not Jehovah's Witnesses. We're not trying to force you to believe what we believe. So this is just us talking to you and trying to give you some perspective. But you ain't got to do shit.
Based on experience.
Yo dick, yo broad. Man, you want to trying to help.
I'm still going to be slinging dick way deep into the summer, man.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for calling in.
Hey, wear a condom.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Thank you, fam.
Sure, man.
That's right.
All right, fam. All right.
You can bring a horse to the track, but you can't make him race.
Hey, get to your phone lines. We trying to mentor anybody that's going through it. Man's Mentorship Show. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. You talking to me?
Okay. Yeah, I am talking to you. So, all right. So I'm gonna preface this by saying, like, vulnerable, but as the last statement and the last conversation kind of really hit home. But my name is from Tennessee.
Jay, what up?
What up?
What's going on?
What's happening, man? Talk to us.
What's going on, baby?
All right. So basically, the gist of it is that I feel as though I'm not reaching my fullest potential, and it's very frustrating.
Okay.
I feel as though I have gifts. I've been bestowed with gifts that I feel as though I have to offer the world. But as of right now, something's not clicking.
Okay. All right.
And more so, it's like I've gone from opportunity to opportunity, really just kind of like wandering around. But I don't really want to say I know what my purpose is. I know what I have a passion for.
Okay.
It's just really getting to that point.
What is the passion? What's your passion, man?
Sports. Sports business.
That's what you're talking to the right cat right here. All right, listen.
Here you go.
All right, listen. First and foremost, you know, a lot of the times that we have all these gifts, a lot of times we have this fear of failure, so we don't go after what that is. We go after that's easy and attainable. We think it's automatically attainable. So you got to focus on, if you're really serious about sports business, and are you in college or are you finished school or what are you doing?
I got a degree.
You got a degree.
The bad thing about it is the opportunities I'm missing out on and that I'm not getting. Because I just went on the fucking interview today.
Right.
It's a simple step as though I look bad on paper, so I'm not really getting that opportunity. And I don't want to get to the point to where I'm walking around like that guy making it a color issue, because I don't want it to be that.
And where I can break down why certain things aren't happening.
Dr. Mark Williams, tell him who and what you've done that he's talking to.
I was the global vice president for Champ Sports. I was the head of marketing for Reebok and Action. I managed Allen Iverson, Venus Williams. I put Jay-Z and 50 Cent on the first TV commercial and negotiated their shoe deal. The N1 mixtape tour. So, I mean, I'm somebody that comes from industry. Bit about, and I'm a professor at Harvard and University of Florida teaching sports marketing.
You know a little bit.
Yeah, I know a little something.
I didn't want to read his whole bio at the beginning.
So I know. So I go around the country speaking to young people about opportunity and industry, right? And one of the biggest issues is that a lot of people will go looking for a job, and the job is already taken. It's already where it got started. See, what happens is a lot of people, they already have to put it out there that there's a job opening, but they've already behind the scenes decided who they want. It's just like college football coaches. You see a guy getting a coach fast, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes it is race. It is a lot. Sometimes it is, but you can't prove it, right? So you need to focus on what are you trying to do. And one of the biggest issues I have with young people, I'm not saying you are one of them, but young people, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, it don't matter. People come up to me all the time and be like, yo, I want to do sports. I'm like, what? What do you want to do? Well, I just want to be in sports. I'm like, well, don't come at me like that. Because here's the deal. Well, I tell people, I'm like, well, do you have a boyfriend, girlfriend? You have a girlfriend? I said, so if you had to choose a woman, what would they look like? They said, well, they would be 5'5". They got specific. I said, so you got to be specific about what you want first. So if you know you want to work in basketball or football or baseball, then those are the areas you need to focus on. But then a lot of people will tell you got to work in ticket sales first. That's bullshit. That's not true. Okay. I graduated from the #1 sport management program in America, University of Massachusetts, with my master's, right? And they consistently tell you all around the country, from Ohio University to Florida State to Central Florida, they tell you in order for you to get a job in the industry, you have got to do ticket sales. That's some bull. I didn't start off in ticket sales. I wanted to do entertainment and sports and music, and that's what I focused on. Now, did I have that happen to me all at once? No. But my job opportunity working for Reebok, my first thing I did was manage Allen Iverson. Fuck no, that's not normal. However, when I got the opportunity, I allowed myself to continue to grow and grow. Now, the jobs that you're going after, I'm not saying they're not attainable, but the most important thing is that you need to first know the people that you're going to be interviewing with. And when I was working for Champs, I would get maybe 300 or 400 resumes a week when I wasn't even looking for people. And people would be trying to come at me like, I want a job. But I'm like, first of all, I don't know you, right? And so a lot of times it's not about who you know, it's who knows you, right? I've never applied for a job, never, and that's unusual too. However, my relationships got me the opportunity. So sometimes when you go in for the job, you might be the most qualified cat out there, and I believe that you might be. However, if you don't know the people in that space, then you're not going to get the opportunity, no matter how dope you are.
Now let's talk about nut health.
Nut health. Okay.
Yes.
I got something to ask him. Let's get into this.
Because nut health is testicular fortitude.
Testicular? Oh, shit.
Now, watch this. Let me hit you with some real shit here now.
You trying to figure out if you got nuts or grape nuts.
No, see, because here's the thing. Oftentimes, a motherfucker measures himself by the response he gets. Ooh-wee. And this is how motherfuckers get pulled into this negative self-talk about, I must be doing the wrong shit because I'm getting the right response. See, there has to be a certain kind of gray area in your mind where you can take rejection while still mining for jewels. Of your testicular. You know what I'm saying? Where a motherfucker, oh no, I ain't fucking with you. I'm not giving you a job.
Fuck you.
And here's why. A, B, C, D. And you can take A, B, C, D and without being butthurt.
Yeah.
He acts, because if someone give you the reason why, they giving you jewels.
They're giving you the key.
Right. At the same time, don't let anybody tell you because you didn't get the job that you don't have value.
Right.
You have value. Okay? And you're talking to somebody that it's a phone call from me. So what I'm encouraging you to do is this. I'm going to give you my email address. I'm going to give you my LinkedIn.
Look at that.
Do with it. Happens all the time. I tell people, here's my information. Right? I'm going to give it to you.
Hold on. Let me find something hard to write.
Young life change calling into this motherfucker.
Young Buck, from this day forward, use this time while I'm speaking to you to find a pen and paper. From this day forward, never without and something to write on. 2, get yourself a book that you only read. 3, down what you gonna do every day and only do what you write down. Those are
this man's email address. That was jewels.
The jewels.
We got to do something while we find a pen. He on the phone without a pen.
I have a pen in my hand. 2, I have in a book. I'm not staying up on it like I should be on top of it.
There you go. That's part of the issue.
That's why they ain't hired, Joe.
Right. Well, there's that.
I said that. I said
I got to say it.
I hear you.
And did anybody else hear this, brother? Please define what you mean by I don't look good on paper.
He's not attractive on paper.
Yes, he said I don't look good on paper. What does that
mean?
I'll elaborate on that.
Please.
It's because none of the school. I worked for this time.
What school did you go to?
Working in sports. I went to UTC.
Cool.
Okay. But here's the deal. Whoever looks good on paper, if you're just starting out, the more you do, and the more. See, my thing is, if you what do you want to do? Tell me what kind of things you want to do in sports. What do you want to do?
Actually, if I had to pinpoint it,
no.
Basketball operations.
Okay, so have you? We're in Tennessee. Have you gone to the University of Tennessee, Tennessee Chattanooga? Have you gone to any of these places and talked to the women's or men's basketball coaches and asked them, could you shadow them? Have you ever talked to any of the people that way?
No, he hasn't done it.
I worked in the men's basketball department while I was in college.
Okay, I'm going to need a yes or a no to have you went
Did you do it or no? Shit.
No, in the particular question, no, I didn't.
Yes, the particular.
That's what we asked.
Okay, hold on a second. Bruh.
Yes.
You are calling here for help. When we
I am.
Yes, sir. When we ask you, we are asking you these questions to show you the way. When you skirt the questions, you cloud the way. This is for you. This ain't for us. When we ask you a question, that's what the question's about. If it's a yes or no, we only need yes or no.
Right. Nobody asked for.
And we're not judging you, bro.
No,
we're not
judging you.
And nobody asked for a comfortable answer.
No.
Just tell the motherfucking truth.
Thank
the man
you.
asks you a question, you answer the question, and that's how you get to what you're looking
That's
for.
how you get to the goal, bruh. It's gonna be painful. This journey you gonna take is gonna hurt. Success hurts. Go to YouTube, a dude named Gary Vaynerchuk. Vaynerchuk. Everybody under the sound of my voice, look this dude up. He tells the real about success. It hurts like a motherfucker because you really want to be something other than a manager at Best Buy. Shout out to the managers at Best Buy. I ain't mad at you.
Hey, Dr. Mark, real quick, did you ever get this man your email?
Yeah, and then give him some more.
No, but I'm writing his name down right. It's Marcus Williams.
So it's Mark with a C, and then my email is Mark, MARC, at williamscommunications.org.
Hold on 1 second. WilliamsCommunication.org.
With an S, plural, yeah, williamscommunications.org. And then my LinkedIn is Dr. Mark, MARC Williams. But my point to you is this. A lot of times when people decide that they're interested in basketball operations, football, whatever it is, they're not in those spaces that they're interested in. And I tell people it's not about the money. It's about being at the right place at the right time and follow. Times you reach out to people, not saying you, and then you don't get a response. And I say, well, what kind of response do you want from someone when they give you their business card? See, when people get their business cards, that's the other thing. We're not teaching people about networking. They tell people to go network. But what the hell does that mean, right? So when you meet someone, you get that card, you ask them, what is the best way to keep in touch with you? Because if you email them and they're awful at email, you're going to get upset, right? Maybe it's the bat line. Maybe that's what they want you to use, their cell phone, right? And then when you do reach out, because this has happened to me, and you reach out and they don't respond to you, you get upset. But what is the time? What is the time of when the person people give? And then if they don't respond, you send them another email. And I'm from Jersey, so I might have a slick tongue. So I might be like, "Oh, this is the email I sent you last week. Oh, by the way, I'm sure you probably didn't get it because it might have gone to spam." You give them an out, right?
Yeah, give them an out.
Give them an out,
right? But
instead of an attitude.
But you're also alerting them to the fact that
you serious.
That you serious.
I already sent this to you,
and I'm serious. And don't get upset because maybe that and they forgot to put on the patient. Maybe someone died in
life happens to them too.
Right.
So let me do this real quick, young man.
Yes, sir.
You just got a shit ton of free game.
Yeah, that
ton of free and that brother's information.
Before you let me go, can I read it to make sure I have it correct?
I like that.
yes,
Absolutely.
sir. There you go.
What you were saying, though, go ahead.
Read
Bring it back.
goddammit,
Bring it back.
and then ass off the phone. Fuck.
All right, so it's Mark at Williams Communications. Is it .com after that?
.org.
.org?
Yes,
Okay.
Mark with a C. MARC.
I got you.
In the game. Motherfucker form. And this motherfucker like it's the holy water in the park.
Stupid. The game is to be told. So
pay the motherfucking universe back. Go do some shit. Go volunteer somewhere. Go give some toys. Go buy some toys and give it to some homeless shelter. Go do some real shit for some people that are less fortunate than you. Because hey, know that this man was sitting here at this motherfucking table. That is the motherfucking gatekeeper to get in.
We can pound chest and let people know who we stuff like that unless I'm in a Florida conversation.
Right.
My thing is when I see people get into an industry, I've been in it for 25 years, especially if they're black, I'm gonna give them jewels, man. I'm consistently. I'll give you a quick example before you go. I was at Tuskegee, the school that I first started out at. So I have a love for Tuskegee. So I'm working with the student athletes there, and I'm doing something with them for the last 3 years. And what happened was I said, Tuskegee's down the street. I'm a Tuskegee, and I'm not gonna, charge them money. I'm gonna go there just to give them some energy. So the business school dean said, "Come on in. We'd love to have you come." I came there. Just on we get there. We spend about an hour talking to them, and 3 hours we decided to spend with them, right? And we bought the pizzas, and we just wanted to have an intimate discussion with the students.
That's beautiful.
And after we left, I'm thinking that there's a connection, and we gave them both our cell phone numbers. Okay, we gave them my cell phone number. This is October of last year. So do I hear from the students? October goes by, November comes by, Thanksgiving break goes by, final exams go by, Christmas time goes by, New Year's goes by, and then January 3rd, a brother emailed me. He texted me. He didn't call me. He was like, "Brother, Dr. Williams, I just want to say it was an honor to meet you back in October." Okay? And I'm thinking, okay, who is this cat? And he was like, "I was at Tuskegee. I'm the one that introduced you." No problem right there. He introduced me, so there's already this close, right? The second thing was the last 25 students that stayed with me, so he has my cell phone number. I haven't heard from him. So then he said, "I got this job opportunity. I don't know your ass.
Stranger?
I don't know you." Now, if he had kept in contact over the break and said, "Hey, this is what's going on in my life. This is what my mom and dad are doing. This is the kind of grades I had. How you doing? And how's your traveling going?" I mean, that's how you build relationships. So I didn't text him back. I called him. I pulled over and called him. I said, "What's up, brother? How you doing?" I wasn't angry with him. I called him, and he was like, "Oh, I'm so surprised, Dr. Williams, that you called me." I said, "Why? I got your number. You got mine." He was like, "Oh, yeah, but I would love to help you, brother, but I don't know you. Why didn't you keep in contact with me?" And he was like, "Man, none of the millennials, we just didn't know what to do with the number." I'm like, "Don't blame the millennial shit on that. It had nothing to do with millennials. It has more to do with you understanding that if somebody give you that number, you use that goddamn number.
Right.
And if you don't text them, pick up the phone and call. Don't be afraid to contact nobody."
Doc.
Wow.
Doc.
Preach it, brother.
Brevity.
Well, talk to
I'm going to have to take your soapbox, Doc. We got to get this youngster off the phone.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, caller. Hey, you're not listening. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, brother.
Thanks.
Take care now.
Looking forward to hearing.
Thank
Mansions. The Mentorship Show.
It's hard to have problems and not have them show up.
You know what I'm saying? We got motherfuckers in the chat room complaining. Get this number on the back. Your phone is breaking up so we can't hear you. That's because it's the Wi-Fi. I done already told you that. You want to hear perfect audio? Go to dashradio.com, search TalkX, and you'll hear it perfectly. Pristine. Callers, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Welcome to the Voice of Reason. Speak on it. Caller. What you got for me, Phil? We got somebody? Hang them up.
Call.
Let's get them out of there. If they ain't there, let's get the next ones. Caller, you're on the line.
Hello, Zoe.
Hell is low. Welcome to the show.
So it's Taurus from Atlanta.
Clearly, you found a way to call in on a show that has shit to do with you.
On the other one, and no, I was just going to tell you, these shows that you have on Wednesday night are much better than you do on Monday and Friday night.
Why you banging on the women? Why you banging on the women?
I'm just saying. And then I called to get a second opinion on something you told me earlier with from someone who I think is more on my level.
Okay, hurry up. All right. We're listening.
Dr. Mark, good doctor.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the point in bending the knee, having a woman bend the knee? Submission.
First off, that's not our topic.
I know.
Don't listen. Listen.
Damn it.
Don't listen. Hey.
I'm so sorry.
Don't make me hang up on you.
How about I? So please.
What was?
No.
No. We will not entertain her foolishness tonight.
Folly.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
You cannot come into the man's cave and not fucking be devoured. Now, I'm trying to be nice.
Okay, because I'm going to tell you what, I sure enough want to answer that.
No.
You can ask me another question.
Yeah.
You listen.
You don't want that.
She can't ask no questions tonight.
Here's your
no
problem.
question?
Here's your problem. You calling in with help on bending a knee, and you ain't bending the knee.
I'm asking, what is the point?
You know
I would
what the
like to know
point
what
is.
the point
You know good and goddamn what the
We're
point was.
not gonna go down that
if I was
road.
in Atlanta,
Joe, I
that
would like
knee
to
would be
second
bent.
opinion on that.
Goddamn it! You know it.
What is the importance of? Oh God.
Well, you got my information, so you can contact me later.
Yeah. 'Cause
Shit.
I love to beat that one up.
That knee would be folded like she's a yoga, like she a yoga class. You know it.
I had your knees bending backwards like you're in the circus.
You didn't.
Now listen.
Okay, look,
We got to move on from
That
you.
is all.
We got it. This is man mentorship.
Dismiss her from the court.
You are not welcomed here today.
That is not nice.
I will talk
never
to
said
your
we were
ass
nice.
some other time. And when I get to Atlanta, goddammit, I swear I'm gonna come down and put
Yeah,
a
you bring that on.
beating on that pussy. I swear.
Yeah.
That was not
Hang it up! Hang it up before
Shit.
she gets the chance to defend her vagina. It's
That's
going
funny.
down.
I'm gonna assault that pussy when I get down there. Do you hear me?
He gonna fuck you like he need to borrow your car.
Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Welcome to the Voice of Reason. Mansions. Speak on
Never
it.
fuck to borrow a car. I have.
Caller, you're on the line.
Hey, what's going on, Zoe?
What's up, fam?
Hey, this is Sean from Atlanta, bro.
Sean.
What's up?
Hey, man, you spoke to me almost a couple of years ago, back in February, and you had gave me advice on how to get my son off the ADHD medicine. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't, but what did I say?
Well, you were giving me some steps to do to control his attention span, such as getting him off certain foods, getting him into more activities.
Meditation, martial arts, all of that shit, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
How did that work for you?
All right, so a few months after you had gave me this advice, because it was over the phone, it was personal. I got him off of it, and he's been off of it. He was on Concerta.
Okay.
So how's he doing?
Now, it has been a little bit of a struggle. He has not failed any grades. However, he probably in danger of failing the grade that he's in now because of the his surroundings and his still issue with keeping a sustained focus. His grades are failing, and they've approached me again. Hey, maybe you should get him back on this. I know you told us in the beginning of the year, he was on it from kindergarten to fourth grade, and you wanted him off of it, and you had him off of it, but maybe you should get him back on, for his future's sake or whatever. And I was extremely, opposed to it, and still am. However, and he's here with me right now. He's getting ready to go to bed soon. But I wanted to see if there's anything you could actually say to him, because he knows and admires you through me, because I've been a fan of you, 5150 Show, Corey Holcomb, Jeff, Kevin, all these guys.
Before I talk to him, let me talk to you.
Yes, sir.
Let me talk to you. Like, pretty here in you. I can hear the anxiety in you, the worry, the fear,
Father that gives a damn,
and all of that. What have the doctors told you about his particular case?
Well, I haven't seen any doctors in a while about this particular situation regarding him. However, when we used to go for our checkups during his tenure on that medication he was on, they would, ask me about the side effects more than anything, and the side effects is one of the main things that I wanted to weed them off of that. You know, and so each time they would lower the dosage, strength until you couldn't lower it anymore. And it got to a point to where I was, cutting his pills in half because the side effects, would take a very energetic, vibrant, young man and turn him into like an emotional zombie.
Of course. Have you checked with any homeopathic doctors?
No.
That's
no, man. It's something that's far off my radar, dude.
Well, check with a homeopathic doctor. Jeff?
Okay, Doc. First, you and I are kind of the same road.
Wait, hold on. Turn your radio or whatever you listen to, turn it all the way down because we hear the feedback.
We hear us. Yeah, we can't do that. The first thing you got to do, in my opinion, we are on the same road, is realize that this is so little about your son and so much, again, about you and how you deal with this. Okay? One, it's in the food. It's in the food he eating at lunch. It's in all food that your son eats that you are not in control of contributes to this. Okay? I hate to get on this soapbox again, but I got to tell black people, when you were taken from where you were taken from, your diet there. This is not your diet. Meat. That's a stage steak for 40. No, it's not. They put is directly attributable to the inability for your son to pay attention. It does not cost that much more. Not more. I save money.
Before, brother, we talked about meditation. Talked about side of the game. What you need to understand is all of this shit is a process.
Yes.
And you're not gonna get no goddamn overnight results. Unfortunately, when you put your kid who has that particular diagnosis in a normal fucking public school setting, they ain't got the patience of a parent.
Nope.
You understand what I'm saying?
Don't give a shit.
Absolutely.
And now your ass is coming in here with the fret energy, the worry energy.
Yeah.
This your lot in life. Grab it by the horns and deal with it, bruh.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's something.
Yeah.
Yeah, my current situation, he was been with me all his life. He and his mother split like a year after he was born, and by the grace of God, she thought of me as someone more responsible than her. So she basically, gave me to him, and I still have him to this day.
Gave him.
Yeah.
About his accent.
Yes.
I have been opposed as of lately, to vaccinations. However, I was like physically around you brothers, but before I was exposed to you guys' information, was the system. I thought that those were for his benefit. So when early in his life he got those, yes.
So was he ever diagnosed with any autism or any?
Yeah, put on the spectrum.
No, he was.
Okay, so look, it ain't as good as it is.
It never is, brother. Now, if I may say, and you can't just do this, but not only do I suggest you abandon animal protein, everything I say is look upable. Go to YouTube.
Look upable.
Look upable.
I fuck with that.
Okay.
Look upable.
Look this up. Start your son on pure gum spirits of turpentine, and not the shit you can buy from a health food store.
pure gum spirits
of turpentine. It is an oil. It is pine oil. And basically what it does is it seeks and destroys parasites inside the body.
Really?
Yes, it seeks out and destroys them. Castor oil,
Well, wait, let me say this real quick just for the feds. We are not doctors.
No, I'm not a doctor.
And my doctorate's in education.
Right. Okay.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Let me put it where it needs to be. Here's what I have done to help my children and saw a mark. Pure gum spirits of turpentine, followed by either put it on a sugar cube and chew it up, or put it in some castor oil and clear out your goddamn calendar, because worms is finna come out your monkey ass. And then drink activated charcoal with water to stop the ammonia and shit that comes out of your child.
Jeff, this is getting nasty. Hold on, let me ask you a question real quick, Jeff.
I'm trying to help, man. I'm telling you.
Have you had that?
I don't want you to describe no more shit, Jeff. But let me ask Jeff this real quick. Jeff,
don't describe no more shit.
Right. Jeff.
Yes, sir.
What about CBDs?
Excellent. Yes.
So what's that about?
CBD is an extract from.
I'm very well aware of that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What I'm saying is try every other avenue than the
avenue.
Avenue. Try every other avenue.
Cool. An avenue,
but the doctor first, the first medical doctor, because he's working with the people at the school, and neither of them give a fuck about your son.
Right.
So,
and all of them connected to big business, big pharma, prison, all that shit.
Mm-hmm. They get a kickback. School gets a kickback.
Sure.
Yeah, all that shit is connected. So be aware of all of that. You feel me?
And understand you're dealing with good people in a shitty system.
All right.
Yes.
All right, brother. We appreciate you calling. Damn, you hung up on the brother before he can say thank you. All right, well, fuck it, then.
I love this board operator. Like,
fuck it. He gone.
Get the fuck out of here.
Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? The voice of reason.
What's up, Joe? This is Anthony from North Carolina.
Is she listening?
Hello?
Yeah. Is she listening to you? Because you whispering like a motherfucker.
You whispering like you work third shift and your supervisor's standing down the hall.
What's going on?
Well, I'm actually on the work, but I'm
Thank you, Jesus.
We heard your tone whisper a lot.
Dr. Mark there.
Yes, sir.
First off, let me turn the music off so we can hear your scared ass.
Stupid.
I had a question for Dr. Mark.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
Sure. What have you done so far?
Well, first, I've been doing research on like LLCs and corporations and stuff like that because I figured I need to do that, and then too I've Googled like how much does it actually cost to actually like build a whole gym.
Okay. So yeah, the business side of it, yeah, you definitely want to have. Obviously, you want to have that taken care of. The LLC is probably the right way to go. However, first of all, I'm curious to know: are you have a basketball background, or
as far as like playing for like a high university? No, I'm just.
No. I'm saying you just want to open up a gym because you want to give back to the community.
Yes.
You mean something like run and shoot in Atlanta?
I'm not sure what that is. It's kind of like I want to build a rec center in a sense.
Okay, well then.
Well, shit. Find out what you want to do and then call us back.
No, can I, Dr. Mark, please?
Go ahead.
Before now, this is the kind of stuff. This is the kind of homework you need to do before you talk to a cat like Dr. Mark. Okay.
Okay.
Find 10 people in 10 different states who have done what you have done. More importantly,
Or trying to do.
More importantly than the people who have succeeded, try to find the people who have failed and find out what it is they did, and then don't do that. don't do that. But you can't.
You can't call to talk to this man.
You can't talk to Phil Jackson.
And your omelet ain't fully cooked.
Right, brother. Yeah, I like that. This brother is a world-renowned international chef. You can't come to him asking him how to open a bag of flour.
No.
That's for when you say, I want to do something. Here's what I've heard you do. I've heard you sit down. I've heard that you have sat down in front of your computer with the energy that takes about 20 minutes.
He just got the idea,
He
man.
said, I got Google. Yes,
That's all. He just
so
got
we're
the
trying to
idea.
send him down the road. Here's the road. Find the people who have done what you've already. And once you get a business model, listen to this broadcast afterwards on YouTube. This brother, I'm sure, has no problem putting his information out there so you can get it. Do that stuff and then get in contact with this brother.
Right. Don't put your job in jeopardy with a half-baked idea.
Yeah.
You get back
About
to work
to get
now.
fired over some shit you looked at on Google. I know you want it.
You get
But
back
you
to
got to do a
work.
little bit more, brother. You got to do a little bit more.
I think there's a lot of a lot of brothers and sisters out there that have opened up gyms that, as the brother alluded to, that have done well with it, and you don't want to follow what they did wrong. But there's enough out there that that people that do it. Brother in DC to find out. My man singing over. He's like, I know that brother. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we all know Curtis here. So Curtis, he used to be like the number 2 guy behind Bob Johnson at BET started. So Curtis Simons, he opened up this amazing in Virginia, DC area. Now I haven't talked to him in a couple years, but that's my man. So I don't know if he still has a gym or not. But as you look it up, start Googling him, start YouTubing him, find out more about what he's done. And then look at other people down in Atlanta, Run and Shoot. I mean, there's so many different examples.
Run and Shoot was fly as hell when I was down there, boy.
Oh yeah,
He was like, Run and Shoot. What is
yeah,
that?
you need to know what that is because
Yes,
there's very few places in the country like it.
Man.
But you need to look at that. But then I think at the same time, when you figure out what it is you're trying to do, if it's just a facility or if it's a basketball facility only, or if it's just an all-purpose gym, there's so many examples of it. And so when you figure that out, I'll be more than happy to talk to you about what the next are, looking at the business plan, deciding on what you're gonna do as an LLC. Is it going to be an incorporation? Is it going to be an LLC? Is it going to be an enterprise? I mean, there's so many different ways in terms of how you want to go about doing your business. So I'll be honored to talk to you, brother, when you
ready.
put that stuff
Yes, sir.
together.
Ready.
Last thing, young brother.
Wait. Marcus King just told me real quick. Hold on, Jeff. Marcus King just told me there's another spot in Oakland called Soldier Town. That's, like a gym, where people go to hoop and, and train and, all that. Soldier Town. Look that up too. All right.
Okay, I got you.
Jeff Brown.
Yes, sir. Now remember this about your mentors.
Brevity.
Your mentors are not there for what you're trying to see. Your mentors are there for what you fuck up and bring back. Go out, fuck up, and then bring it back to your mentor and go, where did I fuck up? Don't go to your mentor and go, what's out there? That's not his job.
Yeah. Because a mentor can look at a fuck up and still find a foundation.
And fix it.
Yes.
There's a foundation under a fuck up.
Yes.
Yeah, we say, oh, nigga, look what you did.
You
here.
did this, you did that, you zinked when you should have zonked.
We could do
And
some
remember,
things.
mentorship is not when you meet someone and they sound dope and you say, can you be my mentor? That's like walking up to a woman and say, let's have a baby.
Right.
You don't do that. You get to know cats.
You don't?
Right.
Not anymore. so you
Jeff has done it.
Yeah, Jeff's done it. I've done it.
Damn it!
So get to know folks, get to know what they're about, find out who they are, even if you think they're dope and they're on point. You got to find out who the people are you're looking at trying to emulate. But not saying you shouldn't try to emulate, be like me. There's nothing wrong with that. All I'm saying is that definitely do your research on cats before you look to invest in someone to give you direction.
Right.
But I'd be more than happy to talk to you. Do you have my information?
No, I don't. I just actually started listening to it.
Okay, I'll give you my email. Can you take it down?
Yeah, I got a pen and
My man.
My man.
There
All
you
right.
go.
There we go.
About that
Okay.
work.
There we go.
All right. So it's Mark MARC
MARC.
at Williams Communications. Mark at Williams Communications.org.
All
Yep, and then my website is williamscommunications.org.
There you go.
Yep.
I appreciate you, brothers, man.
Oh,
There you
Yes,
go.
sir.
appreciate you, man.
All right.
Looking forward to hearing from you.
Good looking. Thank you for the call. Caller, you're on the line. Welcome to the Voice of Reason Mansion's Mentorship Show. What you struggling with? Talk to us.
How you doing, brother?
What's happening, P?
Brother.
Hey, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all having me on. I just want to say thank y'all for doing these shows, man. Thank y'all for bringing light to all these topics. We need this as men. So I just want to shout out all of y'all on the show.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for doing this, man.
Good looking, man.
Thank you.
How can we help you? Is there an issue you going through, or is you just giving us props?
We
I'm
thankful
giving y'all
for-
props.
You don't want
giving y'all
to
props 'cause
you don't
it's-
want to talk about your baby mama. You don't want to do.
Yeah, you know what? You don't talk about my baby mamas. They crazy, man.
All right.
Crazy pussy's the best.
For that.
All right, cool.
Right, no.
Well, thanks for the compliment.
Thank you. Yeah.
Call us when you in some real trouble, then.
Right?
I am in some real-
Oh shit, you done hung up on him. You not listening
I
to
love this dude
That's
right
what it
here. You
is.
don't give a fuck. Bye. Next. You done with do you work at the courthouse? Because they don't give a fuck. Bye. Next. Oh, you stepped away from the window, fill them forms out, come back in 3 months. Next.
He got that DMV action going,
Nigga,
don't
he
he?
is. I dig this dude. Are you busy tomorrow?
Oh shit! You listening to
Yeah.
the Voice of Reason Mansions, man. We
Engineer
chopping it
Marshall.
up. We trying to mentor as many brothers as we possibly can right now. The phone lines are completely lit.
Oh, my God.
Brevity. We need brevity, young men.
All right.
All right, caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from? Speak on it.
Hey, what's going on? My name's Scotty, man. I'm calling out here from Oregon right now. I'm
Scotty.
right now.
What up, Scotty? What's going on in your life, man? How can we help you tonight?
Man, a lot, man. I enjoy your show, man. Shouts out to all y'all, man. Zoe, Jeff, man. Y'all do a real good job, man. It's just this relationship thing is just I don't really know where to begin, because it's like I give, I'll put in, I'll pull back, or if like dealing with a female, like particularly the mother of my child, like we've been together about 10 years. We just recently broke up, but it's like along the way, it's like almost like a tug of war, like, you know. And I don't understand when I show that I care, I get the opposite, or when I show that when I don't give a fuck, then that's when I get affection and love and stuff. It's weird. I don't understand why.
Well, let me just speculate. Maybe her love is rooted in her toxicity.
Jesus.
And you need to understand that whenever you act out and activate her toxicity, that ain't caring for her or you.
Have you shared that with
let him marinate.
Let him think about that.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I mean, because it's been times where I've like, all right, like the beginning of our relationship, I was going through something with another female, and that didn't go to what was going on, and she accepted all of those things, you know. And a lot of times we get into arguments, and she'll bring up like things that I've told her about a previous situation, and use that, you know, in an argument as far as to justify how she's acting.
So let me stop.
Like, it's just,
is your love, quote unquote, predicated on toxicity? Is there a cycle of toxic behavior between you and her, and y'all calling that love?
It's some toxic. Yeah. It definitely is. And we ended up having a child. I didn't want to, you know, have a child. She kind of forced that, you know, talked about it.
You didn't want to go.
And I was like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
She forced you to go
up in her raw?
She forced you to go raw.
Did she forcefully pull that thing out your pants?
She didn't force me to go raw.
So what the fuck is you talking about?
Oh, you gonna take this from the back?
What I'm saying is,
You thought the relationship was going to get better if you had a kid.
I'm not. Say that again.
You thought the relationship might go better if you had a child to kind of take away from whatever you were going through.
You were breaking up. I'm sorry. Say that.
So basically, you basically decided to have a child with this woman, right? Which is
no. I mean,
no. Let me finish.
Because he want to say that he didn't decide.
Right. You decided.
You can't decide after nothing.
Let me tell you something, brother. Because I did that.
Well, I decided to lay down with her. I did decide.
Right. You did. You laid down with her.
You know that's
hoping that it would get better if the child was there, and that's the worst thing you could possibly do with someone that you already have toxic relationship with, because now it's going to get even worse because you got another party involved. And I'm not dissing you on that because I did the same thing.
Right.
All right. When I got married, I knew I was not supposed to be married. She's walking down the pink sands of Bermuda crying tears of joy, excited. And I'm standing there at the altar crying tears of like anger and fear, right? And I knew I should not be married. But that night, I decided to have sex with my new wife, right? And I knew when I ejaculated in her that she's probably going to get pregnant, and she did. And we got pregnant on the honeymoon.
How about it?
And I had to look at myself now and say, Mark, why did you do that? And it's because, again, I was running someone else's race.
Yes.
Okay? And I knew that, and I also thought that having a child was going to ease the pain of that relationship.
How about
and things
it?
would get better. So I can admit that. But back then, I didn't want to acknowledge that because I was so busy focused on my ego and my image.
Right.
And I didn't want people to look at me a certain way. Right. Now I can say to you as a brother to brother, it's okay. You now know the issue in your woman.
So now let's flip it another way from what the doc is saying. Can you identify the origin of your toxicity without putting the woman you're currently dating in it at all?
I can.
Where's it from, nigga?
Where is it from, nigga?
It's from me having, I'm a ladies' man, so I mean, I have a weakness for the yoni.
And has that weakness showed up in this relationship?
It has, and I will say this though, I've stepped out feeling, I didn't see that's me. That's some female shit. I know you're gonna say basically feeling inadequate from how I'm being treated by her. Like,
look at that,
bruh.
I'm not,
bruh.
Like,
Jeff Brown has to interrupt.
I got to interrupt you, bro. You on some? I can't let you. If you step in bullshit and I let you keep walking.
Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead. Because it's just like,
cheating. Cheating. People cheat for one reason and one reason only: low integrity. There's no other reason to cheat.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as I fucked her because you did this. Well, why didn't you kill her? You could have killed her. You're not a murderer.
Right.
You're a cheater.
Right.
So you did not step out on her for anybody.
And listen, cheating is never an intimacy coupon. It can never be an intimacy coupon.
Ooh, go.
It's an intimacy coupon. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna get me some intimacy.
I was saying though,
I'm not getting it here,
so I'm gonna go get it somewhere else.
First off, because we use it as an intimacy coupon to justify doing some shit we've already wanted to do.
You drove me into the arms of another man.
No,
bitch, you Ubered.
Nigga, that nigga's in your phone.
You Ubered to that nigga. I didn't drive. That's your shit.
We listening. Go ahead, brother.
I was gonna say I'm not trying to justify. I feel like if I'm showing these types of things, I feel like it should be reciprocal. And if it's not reciprocated,
You reading from the female book again, boy?
Maybe I can find it somewhere else.
Are you reading from the female book? I need to know.
I hear that.
Are you reading?
I should do what I do regardless of what anybody is saying or doing. I should just do.
Listen, let me just break this down. Let me break this down to you. Real quick. Let me break this down to you real quick.
No feelings. It's just be cold.
You're not gonna listen today. You're not gonna listen today.
Did you call here to not listen?
Did you call here to not listen? Your own answers.
Go ahead.
Shit. The first question was, what can you control? The obvious answer is that bitch. Now, I'm gonna come back to you, truth, young man. You can only control. If you want a better interaction with the woman you're dating, you have to first find what is your issue. You find your issue, you unravel, you unpack it, you deal with it, you embrace it. You understand what I'm saying? You learn from it. As you evolve, the quality of the relationship evolves.
That's it.
Organically. We so invested in putting our work in on our partners. Well, if you would change this, if you would do that, if you would adjust this, you ain't adjusted shit about yourself.
Well, I put in work in certain areas.
This woman is who you deserve. If you deserved better, listen, if you deserve better, you'd have better.
Crazy.
You have what you are. Do you understand that?
I hear that.
You have what you are. There's no other way to have something better or worse than where you are currently in your conscious development.
So you saying there's nobody that has an intention to sabotage anything that you're trying to progress.
Now watch how you listen to how I respond to this. In what aspect of your own life are you sabotaging yourself?
Because that's what puts her sabotage close to you. Without your self-sabotage, you can't get close.
Procrastination could be a big.
How about it?
There we go.
There's procrastination. That's self-sabotage.
That's one.
What else you got?
I put in work in certain things, and I've shut down because of what's going on in our relationship. And I should have never shut down.
No, let's not move past that. Let's not move past. Let's keep identifying areas where you sabotage yourself, and then look at your woman. And you'll see that she's a reflection of every area you ain't dealt with.
Yes.
Well, not believing in myself, not believing I can accomplish certain things.
Oh, wow. You don't believe in yourself.
Afraid of failure. I'm a big one on that one. I can't fail. And if I think it's a dead end or a trap, I won't pursue it. I won't try to go through it to see if it's actually a trap or something. If I can see, I'll talk myself out of doing something, and
so how do you deserve a wonderful woman and you doing all this shit to yourself? Now get off the phone. We done dealt with your ass. We done dealt with your ass. Fix that shit and then you'll get a better chick.
Next caller.
All righty. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from?
What's going on? So this is T4 from Chicago right now. Chicago.
Where you at, brother? Where you at?
What's up, Uncle Tim?
Hey, man, make it quick. Make it quick, brother. Make it quick.
Okay, Zoe, you always give books that are genuine and true to its word. So I'm finished the way of the superior man. I need something else that's going to guide me towards man-ish type things and masculinity as far as my energy is concerned, because I still recognize I come from a single parent home, but there is still some of that beta-ish that I'm trying to take out of my system.
My man!
My attitude.
I'm really about to bake your noodle.
Talk to me.
Fuck them books. Where is your internal anchor, young man? Your internal compass. You need a book to find what's already inside?
Mm-hmm. No, you're right.
Fuck is you doing wasting our time tonight, man?
No, I'm not necessarily trying to waste your time, but it's just, I get enough from you throughout the week, but it's just that sometimes that one book that you give, it's like, yo, why you been holding this shit for so long? How Jeff be saying, y'all be holding you in care.
First off, we hit Jeff with 65 books. This nigga don't have one of them, so we're done. We're done with Jeff.
Is that? Are you sure about that? So if I bring one in that I brought tomorrow,
if you bring one in tomorrow, I will apologize on air.
I can't wait. Okay.
Because I ain't never seen a nigga get a book. We done talk. All right, listen, we gotta go, man. Thank you for the call, man. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hey, Doc, where can people find you, man? You were a wonderful guest.
Absolutely.
I'd love to have you back anytime.
Oh, it's an honor. But before I do that,
thank you.
Before I do that, I want to just give a shout out to Brother Lawrence Taylor, Jay, who called earlier from. He called over from Tennessee about his career. He already wrote me, and then I just got another email from Anthony Boone about the basketball gym.
There we go.
So this is
man making.
This is amazing, and this is the kind of building we need to do as men. You know, to other. Let us know when you're vulnerable. It's okay. We've all been there before. All of us have.
Right. Yes.
So get in contact with me. My email is Mark, M-A-R-C, at Williams with an S at the end. Mark at Williams Communications, S at the end. Mark, M-A-R-C, at williamscommunications.org. My website, williamscommunications.org. In the next couple to announce partnership, our company is going to be called Williams and DeWalt Holding. So we got 4 subsidiary companies underneath our brand, which is going to focus on esports and entertainment, sports and entertainment, higher education and consulting, and ventures. So we're going to have 5 subsidiary companies, and we're going to, work with people all around the world as far as managing professional athletes. We're going to be managing entertainers. We also are going to be focusing on esports and educating the Black community and the world about esports and education and getting students and people involved in that space.
Well, next time, listen, next time we're going to have to get the cliff notes because we at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Can't promote everything.
Nah.
It's already. Hey, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. We got Click Shop right now. We appreciate it. And I'm Zoe.